Today we will be talking about why citizens of Goa are up in arms against the three infrastructure projects. Now, to give you an understanding, they're protesting against three infrastructure projects since June, and these are the three projects: double tracking of railway lines, widening of the NH4A highway, and the laying of a 400 kV power transmission line. And all of it is slated to pass through the Bhagwan Mahavir Wildlife Sanctuary and the Morley National Park. Now, environmentalists say that these projects are just to make coal transportation easier, which the government has so far denied. Let me also take you through what happened on the 18th of December, a couple of days ago, where citizens of Goa protested against a double tracking project. They gathered at Arosim between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. the next morning and thereby dispersed peacefully thereafter. But they were protesting against the tracking project. On the 19th of December, however, which is the Goa's Liberation Day, 60th Goa Liberation Day, while citizens were protesting, at least 30 youth were subsequently detained by the police. In the meantime, this is what the government has said so far. The Chief Minister of Goa has said that he will allay fears on the double tracking project, saying that there is no scope, and I'm quoting the Chief Minister here. He says there is no scope for negative, divisive, and anti national forces. Now, to understand what happened on the 19th of December, what the citizens currently are protesting, have to say about these comments that have come in from the government and the response so far. I have two people joining me today. Neola Pereira, who's a young citizen activist, also who was there on the 19th of December protesting and was subsequently detained, joins us, and Father Pereira also joins us. Thank you so much for making time to speak to us. I would like to start with you, Neola, first. If you can explain to us what happened on the 19th, how many people were there, and how many were detained later?
So I would like to start by saying that 19 December, that 19 December 2020 will be remembered forever. I feel lucky enough to be, I feel proud actually to be, detained on that auspicious day. So we were around 35 youths that left from Vasco, and we were going to Panjim in a private bus. We were traveling to Panjim. Uh, we sent a letter to the president saying that, we sent him a warm welcome. And we told him that if possible, we would love to have a meeting with you because we want you to listen to us and understand our concerns and intervene into this matter. And that same day, that was on the 19th morning, we received a letter from the president's office that it was declined. So therefore, we said, okay, fine. Since it is declined, it's fine. So we decided to have a small program near the Panjim Church Square, because initially we planned to have it at Azad Maidan. But because it was booked for the president, we thought, okay, we will not disturb that. We will have it on at the church square. So we just decided to have a peaceful function that was all about flash mobs, maybe a skit. You know how we used to have it in our colleges? We used to have a skit, we used to have a song, singing competition, a little dance. So we wanted to have the similar kind of thing outside the church square Panjim. And we wanted to start it early because we knew that the president is going to be at Azad Maidan at 6. So we did not want to disturb that. That's why we thought of starting at 2 in the afternoon so that we can finish within 1.5 hours, that is by 3:30, and we leave from there. But before my bus where I was traveling in, before we could even reach our venue, we were detained. We were stopped. We were surrounded by cops. 4 male cops and a lady constable was sent into our bus, and we asked them questions like, why are you here? What is the reason that you're here in the bus? Or what are you planning to do? We were all confused. And we asked them what is happening. And they said that, we're just taking you out on a picnic. So when they said that, we were very confused and we started raising our voices. We asked them, politely, we asked them, what is happening, ma'am? Can you tell us? And they just, refused to answer. Yeah. They
Yes, go
just
ahead.
they just refused to answer. So we said, what should we do? Then they started moving the bus, and I happened to overhear the police telling the constables that were in our bus that we are heading to Perne police station, and which is very far from where we were supposed to meet. So we started panicking, and we asked the questions to the constables that were in our bus, that where exactly are you taking us? Please tell us, what is the offense that we have committed? Can you please tell us? But they did not answer anything at all. For a moment, we thought, are they really cops or are they impersonating to be as cops? Because they were not showing their identity, they were not answering to us. So we were very scared. And finally, when we reached, we were all live on our social media handles, and we appealed to the people, to our viewers who were watching us live, that please send help. We are heading towards the north side. You know, we've crossed Mapsa, we are crossing Bicholim, and now we are almost reaching Perne. So please send help. So
Mm,
a gentleman happened to reach there, and he parked his bike right in front of our bus and stopped the traffic. And because he stopped the traffic, whoever was, blocked because the traffic came out and wanted to know what was happening. So they all said, we told them that this is what has happened. We don't know where we are being taken to. And after listening to us, they asked the questions to the police, they asked the questions to the constables that were in our bus, that where are you taking the kids? The kids are asking you, why aren't you telling them? And if they belong to Vasco, and if they were caught at Penjim, why are you taking them to Perne police station?
mm,
All of these questions were asked by the locals over there.
mm,
And finally, after everything, they decided to take us back to Panjim. And the gentleman that blocked the traffic happened to come with us in the vehicle, in the bus, so that to make sure that we're really being taken to where they told us that we're being taken to. So we
mm.
went to Panjim, we reached Panjim, and after some time, the bus took a U-turn and we were taken to Agasai. We waited there for some time, and then from Agasai, we were taken to Ponda. So we asked them, like, what is actually happening? Can you tell us? During the journey, a lot of our youth were feeling sick. We told them that we need some water. We were pleading them to give us something, because we were traveling for a long time, for 3 hours, from 2 to 6:30. That is almost 4.5 hours we were traveling. We asked them, please give us something, give us water, because none of us were carrying our own water bottles. We asked them, please give us something so that we can,
Mm,
feel better or feel refreshed or whatever. And then they were just not answering us. They were not
mm,
answering us at all. And then after that, we reached Ponda. And even after reaching the police station, they were still not letting us out of the bus. We were feeling very suffocated. We asked them, at least let the girls, especially, there were a lot of girls who were going through their periods and they wanted to go to the washroom, but still they were not listening to us. They said, no, sorry, they were not answering to. They were just ignoring us, avoiding us. And after
mm.
a lot of pleading and begging, finally they let us out. And
And
then
what
they
time
was
was this? What time was this? And I also want to ask you this because one of the pictures, and we'll put up those pictures again, you see a woman just carrying roses and a bottle of sanitizer. So your
Yes.
protest was supposed to be peaceful. We also know that there was a 2 day visit by the president in Goa during those days.
Yes. First of all, let me correct you, ma'am. It is not a protest. We just wanted to have a peaceful function
Okay.
at the church square. So
Hmm.
we were thinking that maybe, we might get to see the president, or we
Hmm.
might get to meet him. So we were carrying roses, and just so that we can make him feel comfortable around us. So that's the reason why we were having roses. And of course, considering the COVID situation, we are supposed to make sure that we take precautions. So we had our sanitizers. We were taking precautions.
Hmm.
And yeah.
Okay. I also want to talk about the letter, but I'll come back to you, Neola. I also have Father Pereira joining us right now. Father Pereira, if you can first of all tell us, there's been a considerable anger among citizens of Goa for the last couple of months. You've gone back and forth in terms of talking, trying to speak to the government at least. But on the Liberation Day, you had the chief minister say, I'm quoting him. He said, there is no scope for negative, divisive, and anti-national forces. How would you respond to this?
Ma'am, I would say I totally agree with him on this. There is no place for divisive forces. There is no place for anti-nationals. And starting with, we will have to throw out our home minister, who is the CM himself. The CM himself is the home minister, and he has been playing a divisive game with the students, with the children, with the agitators. And yes, and I don't see anybody can be more anti-national than the one who is anti-youth and anti-children, who don't know to treat the children. The children are the nation, the youth are our nation. So if somebody is anti-children and anti-youth, he should be, yes, if he is an anti-national, throw our CM out first. I will agree with him on this.
This is what where it stands right now. You have the chief minister say that the government will have to go ahead with the transmission project as the state is in need of power, but the other two projects, which is the double tracking and the highway widening project, will be taken up for discussion in the cabinet later. Are citizens buying this? What's the stand right now as far as citizens go? Because if the government says that only one project is going to be implemented.
As far as citizens are concerned, nobody is going to buy this, and this is
Hmm.
a blatant lie. And our CM is totally ignorant. And he keeps on saying, study karpak jai means I want to study. And even after studying, I feel and the citizens feel that he's still not sure what exactly they want to do, how they want to do. If they were sure of that, then by now it would have come into public domain with the people. There are no public consultations that are being held. Every time there is a change in the statement of the CM and the ministers, of course, there is no cabinet itself. There is no assembly happening. These projects have not been discussed on the floor of the house. These projects have not come to the public for consultation. Experts are not consulted in Goa. We have many experts in Goa. I myself have done my PhD in botany. I consider myself as a expert, but of course, I'm not saying take me. But there are experts who have not been, forget about even consulting. These experts have placed their protests and objected to these projects. We have even asked the CM, let us present ourselves to you. If they keep on changing, initially they started with three projects, and after the public have been raising their voices, one by one, they are saying it will not happen, this project will not happen, only one project is going to happen. He has not yet justified why exactly it is needed. The reasons that are given are foolish, I would say foolish, and sometimes very childish, which cannot even be bought by a simple small child. So the single project that they are saying, transmission line, we still want to ask him, why only transmission line? Because Goa is not power, we are not power deficient. We are power surplus. And that is what has been told by our power minister
Hmm.
last year and this year also. And factually, that is correct that Goa doesn't need more power. We have surplus power.
So explain to us, and we'll put up that map on the screen as well. Explain to us why these projects are disastrous to Goa's biodiversity. Because if you look at the map, and for our viewers, benefit of our viewers who are joining in as well, they cut through Molly National Park and the Bhagwan Mahavir Sanctuary as well.
Yeah, we call this the picture that you're showing. Every time I see this picture, I feel emotional because this is our lungs. And if our lungs are punctured the way we can see that those red lines cutting across this forest, then our lungs are being punctured mercilessly. And government thinks when these projects were passed that it is nothing. It is, first of all, we can see that the forests are being fragmented. And if our house itself is fragmented, we can just imagine what will happen if your house is fragmented. A simple house is fragmented into four different pieces. We are not going to be comfortable in that house, right? The animals, they have this habitat. This is their house, and they are there. When these forests are fragmented, Surely we are cutting the forest in such a way that the contiguous forest that we have, and which is also having wildlife passing from one state to another also, because it is not only in Goa, it is entire Western Ghats. We are part of the Western Ghats. And Western Ghats is the biodiversity hotspot of the world. It is on the UNESCO site. It has been approved and declared as a heritage site by UNESCO. So just playing around with the forest to promote these projects which are useless for us, which are not required for us, and every time government justification for it, that is a big damage for the environment, that is big damage for the entire state of Goa, because I can tell you that Goa is wrapped up in the arms of Western Ghats. If you see the entire map of Goa, from north to south and the entire eastern range, we have the Western Ghats. So Goa is carved out into that bosom of Western Ghats. So if you're going to play with Western Ghats, then surely you're going to destroy Goa, and that is going to be the irreparable damage. We won't ever be able to return to it.
And a quick question before I go back to Neola, if you can tell us, one is of course biodiversity, but the second thing, it being compared to coal, where environmentalists are saying that these projects are just to make coal transportation easier, which the government is denied. And the government has also said that coal handling at Mormugao port would be reduced to 50%. So how would you respond to this? And the fact that the government has said that this is nothing to do with coal.
Okay, first of all, I say I don't trust my government. I don't trust my CM, because they have never been able to tell us the right facts. Every time the facts are changed. Okay, keeping that aside, we have clearly shown the connection between these three projects. It is connected to Sagarmala project, that is called as national project, and they're saying national interest. Of course, we have I keep on asking what is the national interest. And if I had a chance to meet the president, surely I will ask him, we are for national interest, but sir, is it a national interest to destroy the small state of Goa in the name of national interest? What type of national interest is this? Are we not Indians? Is our Goa not in India? So this would be my first question to my beloved president. We have shown that it is really connected to coal. The Sagarmala project, the ECOM project that was proposed for expansion of MPT, everything is clearly given in these reports, and it is written, it is black and white. It is we have taken this under RTI, the official copies. So the official copies are saying that there is coal transportation happening, and it will go on increasing year by year. And by 2035, they need 136 million tons of coal, which is going to pass through Goa. And still the government is going on denial mode just by words. How can we trust these words that it is not going to be done? It is already accepted by the Rail Vikas Nigam also that yes, there is going to be coal transportation from these lines, from this project. And it's on record that CEC has questioned them to justify if the coal is going to be reduced. They have said it will be reduced to half. So that means if they are going to reduce, that means it is already there. Then how can the government say it is not there? So even if it is going to be reduced and it is not required, then why these projects of double tracking or railway transmission is required? So the connection is very clear that it is required for the coal, and the government is lying and only lying, and there is nothing on the paper. It is only the words, and we refuse to trust the words of our CM. He is a liar.
Neola, I want to ask you this. You said that the letter that was supposed to be given to the president, of course, was declined. Didn't happen. There have been so many attempts made by the citizens to try and speak to both the state and the center. What next? Will there be more protests? Because I know that this is largely a youth-driven movement that's happening. So, will there be more protests going forward? And perhaps more
Yes.
representation as well?
Yes, we will do whatever that we can do in our power legally. We will make sure that we win this because we don't want to give up. This is a very crucial moment, and at this point, we don't want to give up and fall back. We want to come out stronger. In fact, this 19 December incident, this Liberation Day incident, has strengthened us, and we want to come out stronger and tell the government that no matter what all you try, what all uh, you know uh, dangerous strategies you put out to put us down, make us feel powerless, we will come out stronger, we will come out back, we will answer you with a greater response.
All right. So basically, citizens of Goa and the youth of Goa will continue to protest. And we
Yes.
take a look at the pictures again from the 19th of December, where the youth were detained by the police. There it is. Those are the pictures from the 19th of December on Goa Liberation Day. And basically, citizens are saying that these projects are disastrous for Goa's biodiversity because they cut through Mole National Park and Bhagwan Mahavir Sanctuary. And most importantly, environmentalists are also saying that these projects are just to make coal transportation easier, which the government has denied. But the citizens don't bite and they say they will continue to protest. We will continue to pick this up as well here on this channel. Thanks for watching.